It's Mardi Gras season and Premier Credit is ready to throw you some cash. Any loan, any reason, and fast. For more information, call 225-667-8100 or apply online at premiercredit.com. Premier Credit, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast.
Hi, I'm Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Blum with your real estate tip of the week. Today, I'm answering a popular question: what things should a buyer avoid doing? I have a list that I provide to my buyer clients, but a few of those things are: don't make any major new purchases such as a vehicle, furniture, or appliances. Don't change jobs or banks. Don't co-sign on a loan for anyone. Don't make any late bill payments, and don't take out any new credit, such as a personal loan, a payday loan, or opening a new credit card. These things can negatively affect your credit score or your debt-to-income ratio and prevent you from being able to buy a new home. If you have questions about this or anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to help. I'm Tricia Johnston with Blum, and I'll be back here again next week with another real estate tip of the week for you. Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Blum with your real estate tip of the week. Today, I'd like to talk about things that buyers are looking for as they're searching for their new home. It's important for sellers to be able to look at their home through a buyer's eyes so that you can highlight those things that could make a difference to a buyer. More than ever, people are working, learning, cooking, staycationing, entertaining, and watching football games at home. So buyers are looking for an office or a bonus room, a spacious kitchen with lots of counter space, a nice patio with a TV, a larger yard, an outdoor kitchen, or even a swimming pool. Of course, what each buyer is looking for will vary. So as the seller, it's important for you to stage your home in a way that shows the versatility of your home's spaces. That'll help you find the right buyer sooner rather than later. If you have any questions at all, or you would like my help, I'll be happy to help you. I'm Tricia Johnston with Blum, and I'll be back here next week with another real estate tip for you.
From humble beginnings in 1989, Big Mike's has long been a place for friends and family to gather for lunch, dinner, and drinks. Big Mike, Jocelyn, and their friendly staff invite you to come in and relax in one of their spacious dining areas, or watch a game on one of the big screen TVs. Big Mike's is a place to meet old friends or make new ones. Big Mike's offers daily and nightly specials, and they specialize in serving up delicious and fresh menu items. Big Mike's offers a catering menu for large groups and has private party rooms for up to 100 guests. Whether you're planning a quick lunch or a large family dinner, or just a night out with friends, Big Mike welcomes you to experience a great time. And don't forget to grab some t-shirts, caps, or koozies in the gift shop. Oh, or a bottle of Big Mike's Honey Dijon. It's delicious. Big Mike's Sports Bar and Grill. We're kind of a big deal.
Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Blum with your real estate tip of the week. Buying a house can be overwhelming, but there are some things you can do to make the process less stressful. First, get pre-approved. This makes sure that you're looking in the right price range and you're ready to submit an offer when you find the right house. Second, make a list of must-haves. These are the things that are most important to you, such as location, property size, school district. Third, make a list of wants. These are the things that you would like to have, but if everything else is right with the property, you can make those changes after you move in. For instance, if you'd like to have no carpet or you'd like to have a fence. Lastly, don't get discouraged. if the right house for you isn't for sale yet, more houses are listed for sale every day. So your house is coming. Buying a house is so exciting and something you've probably worked really hard for. So do these things and you'll enjoy the process a whole lot more. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm Tricia Johnston with Realtor Blum, and I'll be back here again next week with your next tip.
Now is the time, more than ever, to support local business. Elisa Verrett Interiors and Custom Workroom is working hard to use made in the USA products for all their clients' window coverings. Schedule your appointment today for a consultation on Roman shades, drapes, shutters, outdoor sunshades, and even woven woods. Need a virtual appointment? No problem. Call Elisa at area code 225-955-1135. Elisa Verrett Interiors and Custom Workroom, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast.
Hi, I'm Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Realtor Blum with your real estate tip of the week. I'm often asked what the most important thing is to do when getting a house ready to list for sale. I believe curb appeal is a top priority. Do things like spruce up the yard, weed the garden and add some fresh pine straw, clean out the gutters, add a fresh coat of paint, and do any repairs that need to be done. Curb appeal not only impacts the photos, it also can affect the impression that buyers will get when they're driving by to check out the house or the neighborhood. It could make a difference between them scheduling an appointment to see the house or not. If you have any questions about this or anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be happy to help. I'm Tricia Johnston with Realtor Blum, and I'll be back here again next week with another real estate tip for you.
BJ Pawn and Gun in Denham Springs wants to buy your unwanted gold jewelry, gold coins, and gold bullion. With 30 years of experience operating in the Livingston Parish area, BJ Pawn wants to be your source when selling your gold. So stop by BJ Pawn today for a no-obligation offer. BJ Pawn, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast.
Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Realtor Blum with your real estate tip of the week. If you're renting and wondering what the advantages would be to buy, here are just a few. First, as a homeowner, part of your monthly payment goes towards principal. That means you're building equity. And as you make improvements to the property, that'll build even more equity. Second is the tax advantages. If you itemize on your federal tax return, property taxes and mortgage interest are both deductible. Third is the freedom to make changes to the property. If you want to paint or add a patio or fence, you can do that because you own it. And finally, when you're ready to move, you can keep it as a rental property or sell it and use the equity to buy your new home. If you'd like more information about the advantages of becoming a homeowner, or if you have any questions at all about buying or selling, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and I'll be happy to help. I'm Tricia Johnston with Realtor Blum, and I'll be here next week again with another real estate tip for you.
Jim, we're swamped with these podcasts, and I'm in the mood for some local barbecue for lunch.
Barbecue? Casey, the problem with barbecue is the speed. That would take forever.
Not at Buddy's Barbecue. With the drive-through line, they can get us fed fast, and that sauce, yum.
It is right in the heart of Denham Springs. Do they have specials?
Yes, they have plate lunch specials every day, Jim. And I bet you didn't know they offer some of the best catfish plates you've ever tasted on Fridays. And on Saturdays, they have smoked ribeyes. They are as flavorful as you can find anywhere.
Okay, I'm hungry. What's the number? I'll call it in.
No, just go online and place your order. By the time you're finished, I can head that way.
That is convenient and really smart.
Yep, just like me.
A local business, and you know what I always say.
Oh, yes. Jim Chapman loves local.
Correct. And that makes me smart.
Oh, please. If you're in the mood for barbecue, go see Buddy's Barbecue at 105 Florida Avenue Southeast, right in the heart of Denham Springs. They're a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast.
Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Ladder & Blum with your real estate tip of the week. I get a lot of calls from homeowners asking should we questions. Should we refinance? Should we put in a pool? Should we add a bonus from above the garage? The answer is never just as easy as yes or no. It always turns into a conversation that starts with my question, how long are you planning to live in the house? If they're planning to sell in the next year or so, then it may not be a smart financial decision for them to refinance or add a pool or bonus room. But if they're planning to live in the house another 5, 7, or 10 years, it might be the right decision for their family. We weigh the pros and cons together to help them figure out if it's the right decision for them. If I can help answer any questions that you have about real estate, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and I'll be happy to help. I'm Tricia Johnston with Ladder & Blum, and I'll be back here again next week with another real estate tip for you.
Casey, have you called the plumber about the sink in the break room?
Yep, they came this morning. I can't believe you missed them.
What was their name again?
Giot's Plumbing.
Wow, that was quick, and they did a great job.
They did. And when you need plumbing services of any type, give Giot's Plumbing a call. With over 50 years combined plumbing experience, the team at Giot's Plumbing can handle all of your plumbing needs. So whether it's residential, commercial, new construction, or reconstruction, give Giot's Plumbing a call at 907-6282 and get scheduled fast.
Giot's Plumbing, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast.
Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Ladder & Blum with your real estate tip of the week. Sometimes sellers get stressed out about the buyer's home inspection. Here are a few things you can do to make that process go smoother. First, make sure all the utilities are on: electricity, gas, water. Be sure that all areas are accessible for the inspector. There's nothing blocking the water heater, the electric panel, the HVAC system. Make sure they can get into the garage, the attic, storage room. If there are any burned out light bulbs, replace those and replace your air filter. Clean the air return vent. And if there are any light switches that are difficult to find or something that's only operated with a remote, leave a note for the inspector. If you do these things, the home inspection process will be much less stressful for everyone. If you have any real estate questions that I can help you with, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm Tricia Johnston with Ladder & Blum, and I'll be back here again next week with another real estate tip for you.
Tiffany C-Card with HomeKey Mortgage combines the experience and knowledge you need to make your mortgage loan a smooth, stress-free process. Reach out to Tiffany for more information on the vast mortgage programs available in the Livingston Parish area. Tiffany C-Card of HomeKey Mortgage, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast.
Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Ladder & Blum with your real estate tip of the week. Most buyers wonder what upfront expenses are involved when buying a house. If the contract requires a deposit, that's typically about $500 to $1,000. and would be refunded or credited to you at your closing. Inspections need to be paid for when they're done, and depending on the size of the house, would be about $300 to $600. The appraisal is typically paid for in advance as well, and that's about $500. And lastly, if you don't already have accounts established with the utility companies, you may need to pay some utility deposits. Most of your other expenses will be included in your closing costs and prepaid items paid at closing. If you have any real estate questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to help. I'm Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Realtor Blum, and I'll be back here next week with another real estate tip for you.
Dane Arnold with iTrade Exchange has been enabling small business in the Livingston Parish area to save cash through his network of over 300 participating Livingston Parish businesses. Saving cash by trading services with other exchange members is what iTrade Exchange is all about. For more information, contact Dane Arnold at 225-205-3640 or visit iTradeExchange.biz.
Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Realtor Blum with your real estate tip of the week. Sometimes sellers are inclined to want to stay home for showings, but it's really not a good idea. The reality is that staying home doesn't create a relaxing environment for potential buyers to view your home, and it could affect their ability to view the house objectively. If there's some important information that you'd like to share with potential buyers, discuss with your realtor what the best way is to handle that. It can be uploaded to the MLS, displayed at the house, or both. Potential buyers and their agents will appreciate having as much information as possible at their fingertips. It's also a good idea to remove any extra vehicles from the driveway, and if at all possible, remove pets. Showings can be very stressful for your pets, and they can be a distraction for potential buyers. You really want buyers to be able to focus only on the house. If you do these things, it'll help create stress-free showings and make it a better experience for everyone. I'm Tricia Johnston with Realtor Blum. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'll be back here next week with another real estate tip for you.
Stephanie Berthelot and the crew at SR Enterprise can handle it all, from sheetrock to texture to paint. Give Stephanie a call at 504-432-9284. SR Enterprise, where they spread the paint and you spread the word.
Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Realtor Blum with your real estate tip of the week. Sometimes buyers ask me why they should speak with a lender before we start looking at houses. Besides getting pre-approved, you'll want to discuss how much you want your monthly payment to be. That'll make sure you're only looking at houses that'll give you a monthly payment that you feel comfortable with. You'll also want to discuss the various loan programs available. It'll depend on how much of a down payment you have, or you may want to take advantage of 100% financing. There are several loan programs that offer that. You can also discuss whether or not you qualify for bond money. The type of loan program you decide on can affect what area and price range you should be looking in. Buying a home is not only exciting, it's also a big financial investment. Your lender and realtor should serve as your partners, helping guide you with their knowledge, experience, and expertise so you can make the right decisions every step of the way. I'm Tricia Johnston with Realtor Blum. If I can help you with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'll be back here next week with another real estate tip for you.
William Waldrop of TWFG Insurance cares. He cares about his customers, their families, and the Livingston Parish community. Call William Waldrop today for all your insurance needs at 225-667-2040. TWFG Insurance and William Waldrop. Their policy is caring. And they're a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast.
Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Ladder & Blum with your real estate tip of the week. The question I get asked more than any other is, how's the real estate market? News reports are generally referring to national or regional sales trends. Most people want to know what the market's like in a more specific area. Let's take a look at one of the tools I use for my clients. This report shows sales trends for single-family homes in Livingston Parish. The light green bar shows the number of active listings each month. The dark green shows the number of sold listings, and the red line shows how many listings went under contract each month. You can see that there were substantially fewer houses for sale in October 2020 as compared to the same month in 2019. The same trend holds true for East Baton Rouge Parish and for Ascension Parish. I can run this report for a specific zip code or subdivision to help buyers and sellers know what the sales trends are for the area they're most interested in. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm Tricia Johnston with Ladder & Blum, and I'll be back here next week with another real estate tip for you.
Black Sheep Creative understands the importance of digital marketing and your return on your investment. It's their aim to provide professional web and graphic design services at a price point that smaller businesses and startups can afford. Get in touch with them on the web at blacksheepcreative.com.
Hi, it's Tricia Johnston, residential realtor with Ladder & Blum with your real estate tip of the week. If you're selling your home during the holidays, you may be wondering if it's okay to decorate as usual. I think it's fine to decorate, but there are some do's and don'ts that you'll want to keep in mind. Make sure you wait until after the professional photos are taken before you put out your decorations. Keep decorating to a minimum. You'll want them to enhance your house and make it feel warm and welcoming. Use decorations that'll highlight some of the architectural features of your home, like a beautiful staircase or fireplace mantel. And if you have any holiday music playing in the background, make sure it's playing softly. As for the things you'll want to avoid, don't go overboard. Too many decorations will make your home feel cluttered and will serve as a distraction. Don't put out a large Christmas tree or any oversized decorations unless you have the space for it. Those can make a room feel a lot smaller than it actually is. And don't put out too many presents during showings or an open house. I'm Tricia Johnston with Ladder & Blum, wishing you and your family a wonderful holiday season.
You have so say you come to my house and I'm saying, I want to sell it. And then I'm like, I may just try to sell this house myself. I sell paint and I'm pretty good at that. Maybe I could sell my house, and thinking that I could really do that. And then, so why would you caution homeowners from the for sale by owner type of process? What is it that a realtor can bring to the table that maybe a homeowner may struggle with?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just having somebody that knows how to dot the I's and cross the T's. They really set themselves up for legal situations to follow this sale. I personally know of 2 people who did for sale by owner who got sued right after the closing for something that I think if they would have had a realtor, it would not have happened. And so they ended up, I don't know how the first one ended up, but the second one, they ended up spending $28,000 to settle a lawsuit, all because they wanted to save a couple of $1,000s listing their house for sale. And the sad thing is, they'll call and say, look, we're going to try for sale by owner. If we don't sell it, we'll call you. And then after they have the lawsuit, they call me and I say, I'm not an attorney. You don't need a realtor now. You need an attorney. And it's sad, but they didn't know. Also, it ends up, I think, costing, even if they don't have a lawsuit, it can end up costing a for sale by owner more money selling it on their own. I represented the buyers at last fall who purchased a for sale by owner. And what he did was he priced his house so high. His mindset, he told me, is, I know it's overpriced, but if somebody likes it, they're going to submit an offer. Well, it sat on the market for 9 months. And my buyer clients wanted to purchase the house. The seller agreed to pay the representation fee, so my clients didn't have to pay a realtor fee. They ended up getting a $330,000 house for $300,000. So the seller never did know what it appraised for, but it appraised for $330,000, and my clients purchased it for $300,000 because he had it so overpriced. He was ready to sell. It had been there for 9 months vacant. And so if he had priced it right to begin with, met with a realtor, saw what the comps were, saw what a realistic price, he could have sold it for what it was worth. So it can really end up costing some money. And then the other thing I would say is exposure. If you have a realtor with an aggressive marketing plan, they're really throwing every net out there to make sure that every buyer looking in that price range and every realtor showing in that price range knows that house is for sale. And that's not the case with a for sale by owner.